Hello and welcome to Tell the People, a program about our Catholic faith with news and information in and around the Catholic Diocese of Lafayette. I'm Stephanie Bernard. In today's show, Trista Littell interviews Dr. Eric Chapman and Kevin Guillory about an upcoming Day of Reflection for African American men. Father Michael Russo's talk about fasting, the segment What It Means to Be Catholic. And in a conversation with Bishop Michael Jarrell, Monsignor Richard Green interviews Bishop Jarrell about Lent. And now, Catholic news on this February 10th weekend. With the Lenten season approaching, please consider taking part in one of the many parish missions, penance services, and other special Lenten activities which will occur throughout the diocese. From February 18th through the 20th, Holy Ghost Church in Opelousas will host its parish mission with Deacon Larry Oney. The program will begin at 6 p.m. nightly with a healing service on the last evening. From February 18th through the 21st, St. Edward's Church in Resort will host its parish mission with Father Mitchell Guidry. For additional information, please visit www.stedwards-resort.org. Please check other area Catholic churches for more information. The Acadiana District Teresians will host a Day of Renewal on Saturday, February 23rd at St. Pius X Elementary School, Theater in Lafayette. The cost is $30 per person at the door on the day of the event. Students may register at the cost of $15 per person, and all registration fees include a light breakfast and lunch for the day. For additional registration details, please call 739-2518. Speakers for the event will be Deacon Juan Bagan, Margaret Rux, and Georgia Blanchard. Acadiana District Teresians are part of a global ministry that welcomes all women who desire to grow spiritually. The Lafayette Diocesan Office of Marriage and Family Life Ministry would like to invite all couples to a special date night on February 23rd at the Petroleum Club in Lafayette. The event, featuring Dr. Gregory Popchak, is scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. and costs $40 per couple, which includes dinner for the evening. To access online registration, please visit www.diallaf.org and select Marriage and Family Life from the Offices tab. Dr. Gregory Popchak is dedicated to helping Catholics find faith-filled solutions to tough marriages, family, and personal problems. He's also the author of over a dozen popular books. He and his wife are sought-after public speakers and trainers and have been honored to address audiences across North America, Australia, and Hong Kong. Our Lady of Sorrows Retreat Center in St. Martinville will host a Lenten Day of Recollection on Saturday, February 23rd. The theme of the event will be Dying Well, the Death of Christ and Christian Death. Participants will be guided in pondering the sacredness of death as they reflect on ways to help prepare for their own deaths, as well as how to better minister to the sick and dying. There is no cost or registration necessary to take part, although individuals are asked to bring their own brown bag lunches for the day. Mass and confession will be offered. For more information, please call 394-6550. St. Martin de Porres Church in Scott will host its third Women's Conference on March 9th. The conference will be presented by Monica Pierre and Gloria Saunier under the theme, The Blessing is in the Breaking, Strength for Every Woman. All are invited, and a donation of $15 per person is requested. Lunch will be provided. Registration may be mailed to Women's Conference, P.O. Box 1347, Scott, Louisiana, 70583. For additional details, please call 232-1968. The The 2013 Man-to-Man Conference will be held on Saturday, March 16th at the Cajun Dome Convention Center in Lafayette. Guest speakers for this year's conference will include Father Rick Wendell, a former Irish gang member, Mr. John Pridmore, Mr. Gus Lloyd, a Catholic radio talk show host. Registration for the conference is $30 per person. Additional information may be accessed online at www.mantomancc.com. Coming up next, Trista Littell has an interview about an upcoming Day of Reflection for African American men.
Welcome to Tell the People, the interview section of Inside the Diocese. I'm Trista Littell, and joining me today are Dr. Eric Chapman and Kevin Guillory, who will be speaking with us today about the African American Men's Day of Reflection. Welcome, gentlemen. I'm so glad that you're here with us today. Please tell us, what is the date and time of this African American Men's Day of Reflection?
It's going to be held on February 23rd at St. Anthony's from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m.
How long have you been sponsoring this Day of Reflection?
This will be our 4th year.
So what is the focus of the Day of Reflection?
To enlighten, uplift, to give voice to the feelings and thoughts that we as men tend to harbor inside for one reason or another. Men coming together to talk about things that matter to them. Church, family, and community, as well as where they fit into all of that. During the conference, we'll be breaking up into small groups to discuss the topics as the speakers conclude their section.
Now, where will this be held?
It'll be at St. Anthony's Church.
Now, in the past, the programs were designed to focus on a particular point or area of development. What is the 2013 focus?
The focus this year is on a man and who he is as a member of his faith community, as a father, a husband, and a member of his civil community. We'll have 4 speakers this year. We'll have a perspective from a young male as a son, a female as a daughter, a wife, and also Father Lambert will be filling the spot in as a civic leader or the spiritual leader.
If one wants to register, what do they do to go about registering?
The best, easiest way is to contact the Office of Black Catholics here at the Diocese, and that number is 261-5694. You should also be able to register through your own church rectory as well. We'll be sending out information to all the churches in the area.
Okay. Now, is there a fee to register?
We're asking for a donation since there's going to be a breakfast and a lunch served that day. At the conclusion of the day, we'll be going to the Mass at St. Anthony's at 4 p.m. We're also we're seeking ages 16 and over, and we're also asking that mature men bring a younger man with them to help share that experience.
Now, what groups are you targeting?
Well, as you said, from 16 on up, we've certainly had a good turnout in past years from older men, and we've had some years we've had a really good turnout from teenagers as well. And so we really want to target those younger guys and bring them in, and just try to spread the Lord's word and give us each an opportunity to express ourselves and some of those feelings and things we deal with so many times internally without taking an opportunity to have an opportunity to express them openly. So we want to get those younger guys in and pull them into the fold.
Now, we were speaking earlier about the small group sessions that y'all have had. Would you elaborate a little bit more about maybe some of your past experiences?
In the past conferences, we've noticed that during the breakout sessions, men tend to open up a little bit. As most people know, African American men culturally were raised to kind of hold things in and to be strong. They always tell you be a man and man up and be strong. And we wind up bottling up all these issues that we need to share with other men to in order to enable us to relieve some of those issues that we may lead us to things that aren't desirable in our community.
So a lot of the focus is on communication then.
Correct.
And then not only with men, because you said you even speak on the relationship man and woman and you know, all areas of people that you might be relating to.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Do you have any other, what about you? Any insights from past conferences that you'd like to share?
It's definitely been a positive in my life. I would encourage any men who are available to attend through my own work. I've tried to contact as many as we could, and even I think to make the point that we've invited others who are not Catholic. I mean, you know, we know evangelization starts at home, but we try to extend that opportunity and then the invitation to others who are not of the Catholic faith to come and participate in the event. We've definitely, in my own life, I've experienced that with holding things in, not dealing with it with others around me, and taking out that opportunity. It ends up putting you in a place that you really should not be and don't want to be when you look at it in hindsight. So we've had great experiences in the small groups where sometimes we have to really stop the conversation short and get guys back into the big group, but it's been a positive certainly for us.
In this year of evangelization, or year of faith rather, it is a great evangelizing tool. We had a conference or a walk, and they were saying, you know, make a friend, be a friend, bring a friend to Christ. So as you ask each person that's going to be attending, don't only plan on attending, but bring a friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, we still have a little bit more time. Any more insights you want to share?
This year, by bringing in, you know, the opinions of young men and especially the ladies, we're able to open up some issues that maybe in the past we haven't been able to, by being able to discuss in small group what we take away from the presentations by the young lady and the wife participant in the conference. So I feel that, you know, in the past we've discussed things a lot from our own, you know, male point of view, but this female perspective is going to really help open up some other things to help us to realize, you know, maybe some of the reactions that we solicit from the female gender when we're dealing with our, you know, as leaders in our homes or as leaders in our church communities, in order to be a little bit more sensitive to the females.
And then I guess being, this is a spiritual program that you're, you know, helping them to learn more about themselves and learn more about Christ, understanding that sometimes I can't, God can, and He will if I let Him. So that's great. Well, we certainly thank you for joining us today, and we want to remind people once again the date and time.
February 23rd from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at St. Anthony's here in Lafayette.
Thank you. And stay tuned, folks. There's more to come on Tell the People.
Thank you, Trista, Dr. Chapman, and Mr. Guillory. Coming up next, Father Michael Russo's talk about fasting in the segment, What It Means to be Catholic.
Hello, I'm Father Michael Russo, the pastor of Our Lady of Fatima Church here in Lafayette. This Wednesday will mark the beginning of Lent with the imposition of ashes. It is also a day on which Catholics are required to fast, so permit me to give a brief catechism on fasting. The earliest mention of Friday abstinence, meaning no meat on Fridays, comes from a first-century book of Christian teaching called the Didache. And in the Didache, followers of Jesus are enjoined to fast each Wednesday and each Friday. For one reason or another, the Wednesday fast fell out of fashion, but the Friday fast continued for nearly 2,000 years. Followers of Jesus, for 2,000 years, to commemorate the day of the Lord's death, fasted, particularly by abstinence from meat. But why? Because the Church has always understood that every Friday is like a little Lent, and every Sunday is like a little Easter. It's why we are obligated to attend Mass on Sunday. It's how Christians, from the very beginning,